embarrassers out and embarrass him. Because he's 25 and I'm 50, you know what I mean? But the main job of a producer is to produce and see that everything works. And we'd like to thank the people that make this work. I'm not going to use my glasses, but I have to thank Paul McCartney, Eddie Van Halen, Vincent Price, Bruce Swedien, Umberto Gatica, Don Landy, 62 musicians, the best in the world, 22 of the best singers in the world, the voters of NARAS, Epic Records, the disc jockeys, Freddie DeMann, Ron Weisner, the songwriters without whom we couldn't fly, Rod Temperton, Michael Jackson, James Ingram, Steve Porcaro, John Bettis, my wife, who chose to take care of me rather than pursue her own career, and our family, and I love her, and Michael Jackson, his beautiful family, and I want to also thank him for co-producing 3 of the sides on the album, and I think one of the greatest entertainers of the 20th century. I mean that from all my heart.
I don't want to take up much time. I just want to say thank you, and I love you all.
All right. Thriller by Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones producer. And the winner is, come on, Brian.
The winner is?
Oh, here we go.
There's no winner!
Oh, Thriller!
This is a great honor. I'm very happy. I'd like to thank Epic Records, the best record company in the world. And the best... the best president of any record... Walter Yendikoff, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just as old as Quincy. I have glasses too. I'd like to thank Michael, whose album Thriller has sold more than any other album in the history of music. And to the artist, and to the man who has shown us the way in music, in youth, in song, and dance, and as a man. Michael, thank you.
Thank you. I also would like to say something very important, that some people are entertainers and some people followers, and some people make the path and are pioneers. I like to say Jackie Wilson was a wonderful entertainer. She's not with us anymore, but Jackie, where you are, I'd like to say I love you and thank you so much. This is one of my best friends in the world. I love Quincy Jones, and he's a wonderful producer and a wonderful person.
I'll try to make this short, but I think of 10 years ago today, being at Cedars-Sinai with my neurosurgeon fighting for me to be alive, and I'm happy he made it, because this is the best present a 50-year-old could ever get. I think Michael Jackson is one of the greatest people and one of the greatest talents I've ever met, and I'd like to thank everybody I thanked before, my family and everything else, and mainly the public that made this thing happen, and the NARAS voters. Thank you.
VT, the extraterrestrial Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones, album producer.
One of the most, it took us 3 months to make the album Thriller, and one of the most dangerous joint decisions that Michael and I made was to accept to do an album for Steven Spielberg on the storybook album VT. And for that, we'd like to thank Bill Kotzwinkle, the co-writers of the script, Steven Spielberg, my wife Peggy, John Williams for the score, Bruce Swedeen, Bruce Cannon, Matt Porger, George Asaki, the actors and the crew of the film, Melissa Matheson for giving us his creation, Rod Temperton, Alan Marilyn Bergman for the great song that they did for Michael, Jeremy Lubbock for the arrangement, and I don't thank the people that stopped this record from coming out. I thank Michael Jackson, who gave every pound of blood he had, as one of the greatest performers to put up with the hours and everything it took for this, and for Steven Spielberg, who has been a great source of inspiration, one of the greatest sources of inspiration for my life. Thank you.
Of all the awards I've gotten, I'm most proud of this one, honestly. And because I think children are a great inspiration, and this album is not for children, it's for everyone. And I'm so happy and I'm so proud, and I just say thank you so much.
The 26th at this party.
And the winner is Michael Jackson.
Thank you. When something like this happens, you want those who are very dear to you up here with you. I'd like to ask for my sister, Latoya and Janet, please come up. My sister Janet as well, come on. First of all, I'd like to thank God, who is first. Reevy, I'd like to have you up here too, you know. Also, I'd like to thank my mother and father, who is were with us all the way. I mean, my mother's very shy. She's like me. She won't come up. My other sister. I have 3 sisters. Also, I'd like to thank all my brothers who I love very dearly, including Jermaine. I forgot to thank Steven Spielberg on the E.T. album. I love him very much, and I also forgot to thank Quincy's wife, Peggy, help on the E.T. album. I made a deal with myself. If I win one more award, which is this award, which is 7, which is a record, I would take off my glasses. Now, I don't want to take them off, really, but... Okay, well, Katharine Hepburn, who is a dear friend of mine, she told me I should, and I'm doing it for her, okay? And the girls in the balcony.
Is, she said, beat it, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson.
I love all the girls in the balcony. Again, thank you, my mother and father. Thank you, Epic Records Promotion Department, Walter Yetnikoff. Thank the disc jockeys for playing the records. Thanks to the public. I love you all. Thank you.
We'll make it short, and I'd like to thank Michael again, who I've told you how I feel about him before, and it's a long continuing relationship, and Eddie Van Halen, and Bruce Swedien, all the people I thanked before, and Freddie and Ron, the Sinclair, my wife, Don Landy, Bruce, the public, MTV, everybody. Thank you, I love you.
I'd like to thank Lionel Richie, who is here tonight and is a wonderful person and a wonderful songwriter. I've been knowing him ever since I was 10 years old. Also, I'd like to thank again Quincy Jones and the fans in the balcony.
I'd like to thank my family from Seattle.